Alright, hello back, guys. So let's move right now to a new concept, which is called empathy. Part of the listening skills is a skill that we all need to grow. It's called empathy. But what is empathy? As we can see here in this picture, empathy is listening to someone, putting yourself in his shoes, trying to understand the battle he's fighting, whatever he's going through, the hard time he's trying to pass on his own, trying to make the person feel that you actually feel for him or her. I mean, to put yourself in someone's shoes, it means to understand whatever they are going through and to show them that you actually understand. It's really important. So, to recognize someone's emotions, to make them feel that their own emotions are precious and understood, appreciated, and you're trying to show that whatever this person is going through, it's your own problem, the same as it's his. This skill actually is really important not only to make normal connections or build normal connections, it's very important in whatever human connections we have in this world. So, as we can see here in those both pictures, the first relationship is a nurse and another elder lady in a nursing home, and the other relationship is two friends who are trying to talk together. So, I mean, there's no definition for empathy when it comes to relationships. It could be included in any human relationship. But how to be empathetic? In order to become empathetic, you have to start looking beyond your own circle. You have to start looking beyond yourself, thinking beyond yourself, to understand that the world does not revolve around you anymore alone. You're not the center of the universe. There are other people in the universe, other people living with you who need your attention, who need you to be there for them. And in order to do that, you need to go beyond and see beyond your own world. I mean, to realize that there's much more to discover about people around you, about the world around you, about every single problem going on around you. So the world does not just rotate around your own car, your own relationships, your own failure relationship or successful relationship, your own clothes, your own trips to Europe, your own self. So the world is bigger than yourself, actually. Accordingly, this leads us to the point where we have to become empathetic listeners. And how can we become empathetic listeners? Let's read this quotation, please, together, and it's really beautiful. So, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Okay, great. What you don't know is that people might forget the words you said to them. Actually, they might forget whatever you did, whatever actions you did, but they will never ever forget how you made them feel. And this leads us to the point that in order for us to become empathetic listeners, we have to build the trust and respect in others. We have to know that empathetic listening have this ability, those benefits that strengthen and sharpen human connections. Empathetic listening is all about improving common understanding, common trust. Mutual understanding means common understanding. So the more you make the person feel that there is a common ground between him and you, the more the person will talk to you, the more he will trust you. This will lead to more trust, more respect. It will allow emotional release. It means that the person will start actually, as we can see here, will start to release his own emotional charge. I mean, he will discharge his emotions to you. He will get out and let out his own emotions, whether negative or positive, and mostly it will be negative. It will reduce tensions in any conversation. I mean, if a person feels that you're listening wholeheartedly to him or her, this will reduce the tension in the talk. The person will feel at ease. And of course, it will help him to uncover the hidden parts in him that he wouldn't tell anyone, that he's just keeping for himself. Do you remember Johari Rando and the hidden area we talked about before in chapter 1? So empathetic listening helps the listener to get out and uncover the hidden area. So he's gonna tell you stuff that he never told anyone before. He's gonna tell you secrets, and he will entrust you with that. It helps clarity or clarify parties' thoughts. It means that it helps to clarify and makes the thoughts of everyone crystal clear. Like, I understand you, you understand me, I see through you, and you see through me. But of course, we have do's and don'ts when it comes to empathetic listening. I mean, there are some stuff that we need to do and some stuff we must never do. Like what? The do's. First of all, we have to be attentive. I mean, we have to be completely there for the person who's talking. At the same time, we have to let him feel that we're interested to listen. We're actually very interested in whatever he's saying, even if it doesn't make any sense to us. I mean, do not show that. Even if he's saying whatever things that you do not relate to, just show him that you're interested. Be alert. I mean, show the person that you're completely alert, you're completely there, you're completely attentive. Create a positive atmosphere. Positive atmosphere means that you start to encourage the speaker to say whatever he wants, and just make him feel that whatever he's gonna tell, no judgment, no negative criticism, no whatsoever will be passed on. You need to put him in this positive atmosphere ambience, or this positive atmosphere feeling, so he feels safe to talk. You make him feel that whatever he's gonna say, this will make him feel better, and whatever conversation you guys will run together, this will be good for him, for the better, not for the worse. Also, allow the other to bounce ideas off you. It means that the conversation is not one-way conversation. The person will talk, you reply, then he continues the talk, you reply, you let him reply. I mean, allow him the space to express himself, to express his own ideas fully. And most importantly, indicate you're listening. As we can see here with the lady's facial expressions, I mean, let your facial expressions here show that you're actually listening. You're not just hearing. No, you're listening, and show it. Give a smile, give a frown, give a sad face, give a happy face, give whatever face that shows the guy that you're listening. And reflect your understanding back to the speaker. I mean, if, for example, the speaker said something you're not really following, you're not really getting, just show the speaker that you don't understand. So he might rephrase it, he might say it in different ways. Or if you understand, show him that you understand, reflect it. Say, yes, okay, right, you're right, I agree. Anything that tells the speaker that you understand. What about the don'ts? The don'ts here, please, 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 do not change the subject. This is really humiliating when someone is talking and suddenly you change the subject to talk about yourself, or your new car, or the new movie in cinemas, or a problem you're going through. Do not change the subject. It's very offensive. Also, discounting the speaker's feelings, when you devaluate the speaker's feelings, when you make the speaker's feelings worthless, as if it's not important, you make him feel that whatever problem he's going through is superficial, substantial, it's not really important. I mean, it's not really worth all of this pain or agony or sadness. It's not your call. It's not your decision to take. I mean, you need to show interest, show this empathy for whatever problem the person is going through, and appreciate whatever feelings the person is showing to you. They are precious. You need to appreciate that. Let the speaker hook you into an emotional exchange. Take care, because some speakers are very, very smart. So if they're talking about a problem, you'll find that they are indulging you into this problem wholeheartedly. I mean, talking to you about it wholeheartedly, getting you into it, fully indulging you into the problem from head to toe, that you feel that you're drained, you have no energy anymore. You get out of the conversation and you feel suffocated, you feel very, very frustrated. No, we want to help, we want to feel for other people, but we don't want this to affect us in the negative manner. I mean, try to detach yourself from whatever conversation you're running. Try to detach your emotions. After all, you're just listening. You're not going through the problem with the person. You're listening to help solve the problem, not to feel drained and feel sad and frustrated after the conversation is done. Do not interrupt, please. Don't interrupt. Don't keep saying like, I think, I believe. Just like, hold on here. Why don't you? Why? I mean, try to do this, try to do that. Don't interrupt the person. Let him complete the figure. Let him complete the picture. Let him say everything he needs to say. And then you can give yourself the time to talk about it. Giving advice. All right, I know that a lot of us, like when we run conversations, which are really important, we want to give advice. We want to like jump into the conversation, just like give the advice straight away. Why don't we wait till the end, listen to everything, complete the picture, and then see whether it's appropriate to pass on advice, give it or not. Some people feel offended when you give them advice because they feel it's not your place to give the advice. You're not mommy or daddy, you're just a friend. And it's not your place to provide the advice in this situation. Some people need the advice. So according to the person's reactions, according to the nature of the problem, whether it's sensitive situation, critical, professional, you can give the advice or not. And the last, don't interrogate. Interrogate means, well, like keep asking questions like, why didn't you do this? Why are you so dummy? Why are you so upset over this? Why aren't you so tough? Why don't you try to take some decision about it? Why? Many whys. All of this interrogation makes the person speaking to you feel trapped, feel blamed all of the time. And you don't want the person who's talking to you feel that way after all. That's it so far for today's lesson for listening and communication. Hope you got it fully. Please let me know if you got any questions in comments or on WhatsApp or whatever means of communication you want to reach me on. And please stay posted for the next part, which is going to be how to handle a toxic work environment. It's going to follow later on, inshallah. Thank you so much. Have a great evening, everyone.